Quick question. When was the last time a display ad changed your mind? Now think about the last time a friend told you about something they loved. Different feeling, right? That's how podcast advertising works. A host who's built real trust with their audience talks about your brand in their own words, in their own voice. It doesn't interrupt the experience. It's part of it. With Acast, you can access the world's largest podcast marketplace. Choose the right shows, the right audiences, the right format. Then watch the data tell you it worked. You're not buying impressions. You're buying influence. Learn more by visiting acast.com/advertise.
Last week, we watched Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
This week we watched The Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl.
The connection is colored hair.
Oh, color this! Well, bam! I'm a bully!
That was shocking to receive. I didn't know what hit me.
I bet it hurts!
Welcome to Oldie but a Goodie. You've come in at the best time of the year. The only time of the year where you can watch consistently good movies within a whole month period. That's right. You've come in at my month, Zach's month. Zach's picking the movies. Zach's got the train of thought, which he almost lost there. And we're driving it through some movies. I am, of course, joined by the passenger of this month, Sandro.
Oh, it's me. I'm the passenger, and I'm being forced to watch movies that I've watched before, but you haven't ever watched them for this one, at least.
Well, I've watched Sharkboy and Lavagirl.
Oh, I swear on the last episode you said that you hadn't.
Oh, no, I definitely... Oh,
maybe it was the sequel that you said you hadn't watched. You were like, all I've watched is a video essay, and I was like, you've never watched the movie?
No. Yeah, you're right. I haven't watched 2. But the video essay theory was very specifically involved, like, 2's lore.
Yeah, okay.
Because I believe in, like, number 2, it's like a superhero academy.
We will get to that. Yes, I like 2. I think it's a fun time. Yeah, it was good.
But it affects the lore of this movie. So, yeah. Welcome to Oldie but a Goodie.
Ooh.
I'm Zach, this is Sandro, and we watched The Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl. I keep calling it Sharkboy and Lavagirl, but it's The Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl.
No, Zach, actually, you're incorrect there. It's we didn't watch that. We watched The Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl 3D.
Whoa! Hell yeah! I was thinking about it while watching it. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot this movie came out in 3D.
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh man.
And you bet I was there with my Sharkboy glasses at home because they came in the DVD, watching this on TV in 3D, being like, wow, this is... 3D's so fucking stupid, man.
3D's gonna stick around forever. It's an eternal format. Everybody loves it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think, unfortunately, it peaked with this movie. 3D peaked.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here, you know? Avatar's just playing catch-up at this stage, you know?
Plot-wise, there's more going on in Sharkboy and Lavagirl, so I think it is, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible stuff. And it is your month. You are picking every movie this month, but they have to be related to the last movie we did on the podcast, because that's the gimmick. And also Patreon are picking them as well. You're giving them the
yeah.
polls
I'm giving Patreon some options to pick from, and they get to pick which movie I have chosen for them to pick from. This week, of course, they picked Sharkboy and Lavagirl, as of course they should and would, and the connection was coloured hair. Now, Sandro, was there coloured hair in this movie?
Yes. Lavagirl has pink hair.
Yep. That's it. That's the connection. And you know what? A couple of times in the movie, it was also fiery.
Yep. It was.
So you know what? I think I'm pretty safe in my connection.
I agree.
Don't know about you.
But the poll was really close. The other option that they had was Fifth Element, and I've had to put it on my not on my Patreon. It's on our Patreon, but I've also had to chuck it up on my Instagram because we keep getting ties. So tiebreaker, was Instagram.
Two good movies.
But Instagram also tied until the last moment when one person voted for Sharkboy and Lavagirl. So this this was a tie across the board, basically, aside from one person.
That's crazy.
But
so your vote always counts, kids.
It does, kids. Unless it's a landslide.
In which case, your vote didn't matter at all, and you shouldn't have wasted your time.
Anyway, Sharkboy Lover. So just to be okay, a couple of things up top. One, I'm sick, so if I'm coughing, Starkey's probably cut it out. So apologies to our editor Starkey if I'm coughing all the time. But two, I don't even fucking know how to review this movie, man. How the hell do we review this film?
Well, here's the thing, Sandra. I think Inception is one of the greatest films of all time. Oh, we didn't watch Inception. Sorry, what did we watch? We watched Matrix, right? It was The Matrix we just watched.
How is this Matrix?
Because he becomes Neo at the end, right?
Oh, spoilers. This is the spoiler-free section of the review.
You asked why it was that.
No, he does.
No, what else?
No, I think you mean, no, that's a funny joke that I'll save for later.
This was the prequel to Legion, right? Obviously.
The X-Men TV show. Because he's got got the things in his brain and they're coming out. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying, and also because he's manipulating reality.
Yeah, that's so true. I will say though, and I will. Okay, here's how I review it. My first impressions are gonna piss a lot of people off, and that's what I like to do.
Fair enough.
I like to make big, bold statements. So here we go. As a kid.
Whoa.
I loved Sharkboy and Lavagirl because the movie doesn't make any sense. It
does not.
Wild. Plot points are introduced purely because it's a dream. And so the movie feels like a fever dream. And when I was a kid, I was like, this is such a cool way to make a movie. Feels like a fever dream. Nothing matters. This is my never-ending story. Because this is just the never-ending story, but I would argue infinitely better than the never-ending story. Because it's self-aware and dumb.
I see why you said it was going to make people angry. I see why you're saying it's making people angry. It's making me angry.
It's the never-ending story, but with the one thing it really needed. Robert Rodriguez and CGI.
Yeah, so true.
And a fucking great song from the fucking Wolf Boy.
Yeah. So that's interesting that you mentioned the never-ending story because I also watched this as a child, and luckily for me, I never grew up. So watching this again, I was like, yeah, this is a banger. It's really dumb. It's really, and it is like a fever dream. It is like, what the fuck? There was a scene where it's like, they just kind of continue on, and it literally felt like, yeah, of course, this is how it would pan out because it's a dream. And you know, in dreams where you just do something and you know something's going to happen?
Yeah.
Because your brain is making up the scenario. And like, once you leave the dream, you look back and go like, that didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
But during the dream, it was like, this seems perfectly logical at the time.
Yeah.
That was this entire movie.
I agree. And like, this movie got fucking ripped apart. Like a boy in shark-infested waters. It did not get treated well with respect and raised to be a shark boy. Instead, it got torn apart into pieces. And I just think it's like, they just weren't on the wavelength. This movie, you need to watch this movie like you're watching a dream.
Yes.
Because it's the only way it makes any sense. Also, that's what it's meant to be. So if you're watching this and you're like, it doesn't make any sense, the lore, because it contradicts itself every 5... Yeah, that's the point. That's the point, man. And so, unfortunately, I think we're both also clouded by nostalgia for this because, it seems like we both enjoyed this rewatch.
I disagree. I watched this movie with a perfectly unbiased lens, and it is 10 out of 10 cinema, best movie ever made.
Yeah.
might be only beaten by Spy Kids 2.
Spy Kids 2. That's a good one. I would say Well, here's the thing, though, and I want to bring this up early. I remembered this movie looking worse. I remembered it looking like shit, and it actually doesn't look that bad for the time. It's 2005. It's all filmed on a fucking green screen, and I think it looks better than Revenge of the Sith, where they're just walking around fucking empty corridors. That looks like trash.
Yeah,
man.
at least this is interesting. You know, the backgrounds are cool. I'll say it's possible that the TV and quality of the movie was affected by the time you watched it, because nowadays we're watching the Blu-ray edition, special mega edition freaking version on our fancy computers in the future, right?
Yeah.
And so everything looks a bit better. So it might be possible that it did look worse when you watched it when you were younger.
Very possibly. I don't remember. I remember I watched it a lot for about 6 months, and then I never watched it again until yesterday. So, it was probably on a fucking box TV, the aspect ratio was probably wrong. It just looked like trash. But, no. But, I also think, though, it's very obviously you can compare this to Spy Kids 3D.
Yes.
In which, what's his name goes inside of the computer game, and Elijah Wood is there.
Spy Kids 3D Game Over.
Game Over, which I also watched a lot as a kid. That one, I have not gone back to watch it, but I have watched clips, and that one looks fucking rough. And so there's a very big, jump in quality between Spy Kids 3D and this one. Maybe not in plot or acting or anything.
Maybe just budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it looked surprisingly good.
Do you have some of the lore behind this movie?
I have so much behind the scenes lore. Yeah.
Because I was going to say, there's a lot of interesting things that I know about this movie from behind the scenes, that there was a lot of things. And also the director is a godsend.
I love him.
Robert Rodriguez has done no wrong so far that we know about.
I think the only bad thing he did was a couple episodes of the Boba Fett TV show where I was like, that's a bit mid. That's a bit mid. But aside from that, he's just made bangers after bangers. I mean, it's not Spy Kids 4. That was terrible. But, aside from that...
with Kill Bill too? What?
Yeah, he's good friends with Quentin Tarantino.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know if he is anymore, but he was 10, 15 years ago. Yeah. It's it's great. He's great. And I love his style. I love how he makes incredibly violent, Sin City movies. And then he's like, and now something for my kids. And then he makes this. I think it's great. But yeah, the behind the scenes, what do you know about the behind the scenes of this film?
The behind the scenes, I remember this was an idea he was pushing. He really wanted to make this. And it wasn't till I think some of his other works got really popular that he was able to get funding on this. And even then, no one really understood what the fuck was his plan and other things.
Honestly, it's impressive this got made. I'm very, who greenlights? Unless you're you've made the biggest fucking hits of all time. No one's gonna greenlight this movie.
Yeah, it was specifically after Spy Kids.
Yeah,
had kicked ass in the box office. They were like, "Yeah, sure, you're a mad genius. Make this film." And then everybody watched it, and it's why the fuck did we let this crazy person make this fucking film?
Yeah, I don't think he did a kids film after this for a couple years. He did a movie called Shorts. Apparently, that's a kids film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one, so I don't know about that. But yeah.
Well, Spy Kids, all the time in the world.
Yeah, the Spy Kids 4.
That's 2011.
Yeah, that's shortly after this.
So that's 6 years. 6 years. Yeah, before he made another proper kids film.
So he kept doing kids stuff. But yeah, I think, I think he wanted to make this because... Do you know the story behind how it was written?
I remember that there was facts, but I don't remember the details. Please do tell.
So, he made Spy Kids for his kids. Because he was I'm making all these, adult. He was doing a trilogy of like action movies.
Oh yeah, didn't he ask his kid for the plot for this one?
Yeah, so that's what happened. Is like he made Spy Kids for his kids because he was like, I want my kids to be able to watch what I do. And then I think his son just kept coming up with like fun concepts. He was like, I had a dream about a shark boy, and he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna write this down. So this is based on his son's dreams and random stories his son like, I don't feel like he wrote this. I feel like he was like, son, tell me a story, and the kid's like, there was a boy and there were sharks and there's a planet and a roller coaster, and then he's like, oh, I'm writing this is gold. He's like writing it down.
Yeah.
Like that's,
he got all the notes. And then to translate them onto the scripts, he took like a milligram of acid and then just wrote the fucking full script.
So he like made this with his kids, which is so fucking cool. I love that he did that. Great. That's such like, it's honestly probably the best thing a dad's ever done.
Yeah.
Ever. At least, a director dad.
This does feel like a kid made a movie for kids, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like this isn't made for a dusty old movie reviewer to go over and be like, the script doesn't make any sense. Also, the quality is blah, 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 blah. This is made for us sitting at home with our fucking shark 3D glasses going like, whoa, dude, this is totally radical, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's also like, I love that. And I think it does make the movie feel authentically like a dream, because it is a dream, kinda. So, pretty cool. Also, his kid's name is Max, and the character's name is Max. You know what I mean? Directly put your kid in the movie. Pretty fun. What else behind the scenes stuff did you have to mention? Otherwise, we can talk about the acting. I want to talk about the acting.
No, I think that covered most of the basic ones. I know, Sharkboy and Lavagirl appear in We Can Be Heroes.
Yeah, the sequel thing, yeah.
Which is like the unofficial sequel to this. And because of it, there's some law implications about it.
Yes.
Because of that. Because We Can Be Heroes is like a story of kids that could get superpowers.
Yeah, it's like the kids of the Justice League or whatever are kidnapped or something and have to fight off the Mandalorian.
Well, because there's aliens involved.
Oh, yeah, there's aliens as well. Yeah. That was a fun... So that came out in lockdown, and I remember it came out, and I was like, a Robert Rodriguez movie, which is a sequel to Sharkboy, like, this is gonna be good. And then I watched it, and I was like, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, so... Pedro Pascal was in that one, which is crazy.
Yeah. And not Sharkboy, he doesn't return, but Lavagirl does come back for that. They didn't bring back Taylor Lautner because they thought he would be too expensive, and then once the movie he was out, he was like, hey, what the fuck, man? I would have done it.
Yeah. Oh, shame. Yeah, no, it's funny, because, Taylor Lautner's in this, and he's really good, I think. I think he's really good.
Yeah, I agree. He's fun. He's good. I don't know if he's better in this or Twilight. I think it's two very different performances, but I think he is great.
I think it shows that he is just a really good actor. Like... Because even at this stage, I was like, he's having fun. He's doing flips and shit. He's doing splits and all sorts. You could tell he was really physically active as a kid. And in the Twilight series, there's like some behind the scenes that he was like incredibly fit. I think for like number 2, where they had all the, the shirtless shots and stuff.
Yeah.
There's I remember I watched a little thing behind the scenes that was like, for a scene, they set up a mechanical chair that would move along as he's carrying her through a scene that they needed to film, right?
Okay, yeah.
So that the actor could sit in the chair and not have the other actor have to hold them for each scene.
Yeah.
Because they needed to film it a lot of times. But it looked wrong with the chair. So the director just made Taylor carry her in each of the scenes. And it took them like 3 hours, apparently.
Wow.
To do the scene.
Yeah.
And he was carrying her the whole time, essentially.
Wow.
which is crazy. Apparently, his arms were like shaking afterwards. He was like physically shaking after the scene.
I was not aware of that. Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
so he's kind of a unit.
For sure. And I think he's good in this. He's got really good comedic timing. He does a song, Dream, 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 Go to Sleep, You Little Bleep. It's fucking spitting bars.
Probably the best song in cinema history, I would say.
I love it. And if you haven't, look up Kim Dracula, Sharkboy and Lavagirl. Australian metal artist did like a 20-second cover of it, and it fucking slaps, dude. It's so good. He's just screaming out the lyrics. It's so good. Recommend it. So yeah, he's good. I like Lavagirl as well. Taylor Dooley didn't really do anything. She's not really acting. She didn't really go on to be an actor. She does other stuff instead. But she's good as Lavagirl.
Yeah. She's all smiles. They have a lot of smiles, you know? They're all smiley. You know?
Cayden Boyd is Max. I don't know. He is Young Angel in X-Men Last Stand, and that's kind of the only other thing that he's done, really. He's appeared in a couple, like, TV shows, but yeah, to be honest, though, I thought he was good. Like, he's pretty good in this movie. He does a good job. It's a very weird role because you've got to be like, I'm the dreamer of all this.
Yeah. So. Well, he's a kid, so he was just imagining everything. Yeah, it made sense. I will say he did have a glow up as an adult.
Did he?
Yeah, if you go look him up, he's got a chiseled jawline.
Oh wow, look at that. He really does. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Dodgeball.
Oh,
Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Good on him. Oh, he's in Freaky Friday as well. He's in a couple things.
He's in a few stuff. Yeah,
he's in a lot of stuff as a kid, and then hasn't really done a whole lot since then. Just some TV shows.
He peaked early.
I feel like the best child actor though has to be Jacob Davidge as Linus. I fucking love Linus so much. He's got some of the best.
Or would you say Minus?
He's like the bully character, and he has the iconic line where he's like, Mr. Electric, send him to the principal office and have him expelled. His delivery is so good. I'm like, put this kid in Harry Potter, man. Like, he's so fucking good.
I was gonna say, it does sound like something Hermione Granger would say,
absolutely.
Right? You know?
Oh, and then, like, he has that turn at the end. Spoilers. The bully isn't as much of a bully at the end. Maybe, potentially.
In this kids film?
And, like, the actor is, like, nice and is acting nicely. I'm like, this kid's got range. This kid's got fucking range, man. He's so good.
Wow, he could act mean and nice?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Send this kid to Hollywood.
And I'm going to be honest, in a movie made up mostly of children, the worst actor in the film is George Lopez as Mr. Electric. I don't really care for him.
Yeah, I'll agree, to be honest. I would like to disagree with you. But honestly, his like CGI lines felt really clunky when he delivered them.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Like, he wasn't sure how they were coming out, I think.
One line, and my partner mentioned this as well, because the line was said, and immediately I was like, that line always sat weird with me. And my partner's like, that line always sat weird with me. And I was like, that's so fucking random. Where he's like, this may come as a shock to you. And then he just doesn't say anything for like 3 seconds.
Yes! Oh my god, I was sitting there as well. It's like, it feels like a run-on sentence.
Yeah.
That he just doesn't say anything, and then something else happens. And I was like, what?
It's so random.
It was so weird. I think when he's... Because he acts as their teacher as well as another character in the movie.
Yeah.
And when he's acting as the teacher, he's a lot better.
He is, yes.
I think when he's physically interacting with other, like, people, he was really good. It was just the weird CGI, his lines, the way he delivered it was just really weird. I don't know what was happening. I don't think it helped that his lines were 90% just the electric puns, but it was very funny. I liked the electric puns.
Yeah.
I was like, every time he said one, I'm like, haha, electric pun, yes. Give me another one.
Yeah. I don't mind the puns either.
Yeah, the puns weren't so bad. It was just like the way he said them, you know?
No, for sure. And like George Lopez, I like him in some things. He is like primarily a voice actor, I think. Like, well, he is a comedian and he has had like sitcoms and stuff before. But in terms of movies, he's primarily a voice actor. And he is also the voice of Tobor. And I think he does a very good job as Tobor. So I think what needed to happen here is Mr. Electric just needed to be entirely CGI. Have him voice act that. And I don't think there'd be any issues, personally. So,
well, I disagree.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I think his best role is Carlos, obviously.
What do you mean?
From the Marmaduke. The dog movie?
Based on the comic?
Yeah.
Based on the comic strip? I forgot they made that.
Yeah. I don't know. He plays a character called Carlos. I don't know. I haven't seen the Marmaduke in years. It was just like, he voices a character in Marmaduke.
Well, I think his best role is actually in a movie that I am sure you put as an option for next week, using the connection of George Lopez. Cats and Dogs 3, Paws Unite, where he plays Pablo the parrot.
Oh, I thought you meant Agent Emin Rodriguez.
Huh?
In Balls of Fury.
He's in so many random fucking...
Man,
so many random movies.
Sorry. What I actually meant was his best. Where is he? His best role is Grouchy Smurf.
Oh,
Let's go.
In
Grouchy
the Smurf movies that no one I know has ever watched. Yeah,
it's Smurf 2. He's Grouchy Smurf.
Wow.
Oh,
wow, incredible stuff.
Please.
All right, let's rate this and move on to spoilers, even though we've spoiled the movie. Also, we're not gonna... I don't think we can go through the plot of this, but we'll try in spoilers. So
yeah.
It's gonna be hard because it's fucked. Anyway.
So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna put you to sleep and you're going to dream the rest of the podcast.
Yes.
Because honestly, whatever you dream up will make more sense than this fucking movie.
But I think my final points is, I expected to come on here and be like, what a piece of shit that I should never have rewatched. But honestly, I think it actually looks good. I think the acting's actually pretty good. I think it's funny. The soundtrack slaps. And it's got a weird fever dream vibe.
Yeah.
That is on par with David Lynch. And so I'm going to give this it's clouded by nostalgia. I can't rate this.
Ooh.
I don't think I can rate this.
Ooh.
Because it's an oldie and a goodie. But in my heart, it's a goodie. But I can't objectively rate this, I don't think. So I might abstain.
Sandra is currently battling his two inner demons. One of them is a movie reviewer. The other one's a small child with fucking 3D glasses on that's like, no, this movie's great. And the reviewer's like, no, objectively, this movie was bad. Fuck you, kid. Bang.
And that's right. I wore the Lavagirl glasses, not the Sharkboy glasses, because I'm fucking woke like that.
You're woke like Max in this movie where he wears the pink goggles.
Exactly.
And I'm like, that's very progressive of you, Max.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's a goodie, but I also think it's clouded by nostalgia. How about you?
Mine's a goodie. Because I know that I am clouded by nostalgia and I embrace it.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
You see, because I'm not a coward like you, who's like, oh, the movie has to be objectively good to be enjoyable. It's like, no, Sandra, you're looking at it all wrong, you see. But this movie is different. And I think that should be rewarded because it's creative and strange and weird and doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
And it makes it different from a lot, just the sea of slop that we have to trough through to find good movies. It's right. Like, it's just something a bit out there, a bit different, and a bit strange. And I think on its own merits, I still think it is a goodie, even without, like, nostalgia goggles.
Yeah, all right. Maybe I'll show this
So
to
there you
someone
go.
who's never watched it before, who also is not a cynical film bro. See if they like it. We'll get Rob to watch it. I doubt he's watched this before. I think that
He's definitely watched the Sharkboy and Lavagirl. He's definitely watched it.
No, I agree. It is good. I also think, though, and I'm interested to know your thoughts, I think that I don't think kids nowadays would like this.
Well,
Because I think it's too weird. Because kids nowadays need everything fucking spelt out to the... I don't want to... I'm not saying all kids, all Gen Alphas are dumb, but let's...
yes.
Agreed. Let's just say the literacy rates are currently very low. These kids need everything spelled out. I've seen fucking TikTok comments, man. These kids are fucking like, when you said
Sandro, Sandro, that's a fault of the education system, not the kids themselves.
No, absolutely it is. But I don't think that kids nowadays would even be able to watch this. I think they'd be like, what?
I think, like, us as, like, let's say teens, young teens, we could have watched this. I think young teens couldn't watch this. I think under 10, kids will still enjoy this movie. I think over 10, though, their brain is at that point too brain rotted to be able to watch this film.
So if we get them to watch this before Coco Melon, then they should be okay.
Yes, this is the one movie that could save them.
If we show kids Sharkboy and Lavagirl before they fall down the YouTube, iPad, baby, Coco Melon route, we can fix their media literacy, and then the line from Sharkboy and Lavagirl to understanding Dune will be connected, and these kids will be saved. Is what you're saying?
Yes, and they'll become film bros and have a podcast later on in life.
Hell yeah! And they'll also appreciate bad movies.
Yeah,
perfect.
Not this one, because this one was great.
All right, 2 goodies. Mine's got an asterisk, but whatever. For Sharkboy and Lavagirl. Let's do taglines.
Bro is so undecisive. He's like, this movie was shit, but I enjoyed it. What do? I have conflicting opinions. You gotta choose one. You can't just asterisk like,
all right, I'll give it a goodie.
Nostalgia.
I'm giving it a goodie.
Yeah, that's right. Take that.
From the director of Spy Kids.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it's not incorrect.
I'll give it a side thumb, because, that doesn't, like, it's true. And I'm like, I want to see more of his stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not a good tagline,
Smaller heroes, just as super. I swear that is a Spy Kids tagline. I swear there's a Spy Kids tagline that's identical to that.
Yeah, no, that does sound very... They might have reused it.
Maybe Spy Kids was their spies, just smaller, or something like that. I don't know. That seems like a Spy Kids tagline. Can't remember. But is that a thumb up or a thumb down?
Oh, that's a shaky side thumb, sorry, yeah.
Everything that is, or was, began as a dream.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm getting the thumbs up, because that's existential.
Yeah, big brain. You actually need an IQ of over 30?
You know what? Where is the Rick and Morty episode where they go into the Sharkboy and Lavagirl universe and have to deal with the reality bending world that is?
I don't know, man. I think that, and this is me commenting on recent Rick and Morty, I think the writers are too far up their own ass to admit that they enjoy Sharkboy and Lavagirl.
Oh, yeah. Well, because there was some episodes that referenced the Toxic Avenger, right?
Yeah. But Zach, the thing is, that is the 80s, 2000s. No. They were adults in the 2000s. These
That's
guys
true.
that are
They
writing
couldn't enjoy that.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think, unfortunately, due to events, Rick and Morty has definitely gone downhill.
Yeah.
Ever since they put a McDonald's sauce in one episode, I really think that was them. They're jumping of the shark.
You know what? I agree. Season 1 and 2 are kind of the only great seasons, and then it's like, I don't care anymore.
Absolutely.
Oh, Morty, why are you a shark? Oh, I'm a shark, Rick. Oh, but Morty, you gotta touch my dick. I'm Rick. Oh, but I'm a shark. I don't know. That's my impression of Justin Roiland being a fuckhead.
I can't, but you can't touch it because I'm lava.
Oh,
I'm made of lava, Morty.
I'm Lava Rick.
I'm Lava Rick.
Here's a tip for you. There's a podcast out there with fans waiting to be your next customer. They tune in every week, they trust the host, and that host wants to talk about brands like yours in their own words to their audience. The problem is, you just haven't been introduced yet. We're Acast, where that introduction happens. As the world's largest podcast marketplace, we let you browse shows, see who's listening, and book host-read sponsorships or run your own ads all from one platform. Transparent pricing, real-time data, complete control. Start advertising on podcasts by visiting acast.com/advertise.
It's a sad day, listener, but all things must come to an end. My name is Sally McSeller, and this is the last time I'm going to be doing one of these. Now, I don't mean a promo for the Oldie but a Goodie Patreon. If you were hoping I'd stop doing them, I'm not. But it's the last time I'm gonna get to do one for their X-Men mega series over at patreon.com/Oldie but a Goodie pod. Sandro and Zach have reviewed The New Mutants, the Lost X-Men film. Here's a clip. I think the characters are all... I like the characters. I think it's a nice team.
I will say right now, this is a fantastic group of really interesting mutants put in the most boring location of all time and have the most boring dialogue for a fucking hour. And I'm like, what is going on?
My partner was like, this felt like a TV pilot. This feels like the first episode of a show. This doesn't feel like a movie.
It does feel like a TV show. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that. That would have made more sense.
It's very exciting times because the entire X-Men review series is up now at patreon.com/Oldie but a Goodie pod. It took them 1.5 years. There were so many films and so many episodes, and they were all very long because it's X-Men and the boys love it. Patreon.com/Oldie but a Goodie pod. You can also get ad-free episodes there too. Early. Vote on polls. I don't know. My name is Sally McSeller. I'm an American, and I got one question for you. I forgot. Patreon.com/Oldie but a Goodie pod.
Spoilers!
Watch out. Spoilers.
So, Sandra.
Yeah.
I want you to close your eyes.
Oh, okay, sure. They're shut. They are actually shut for the listeners.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
know. I didn't expect him to physically actually do it,
I
but
am.
okay.
They are shut, Zach.
Whoa! He immediately opened his eyes when he said that.
All right, no, okay. They're shut.
Okay, close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right. I want you to imagine a world in a suburban home with a dysfunctional white family.
Oh my god, is
Can
it
you
Malcolm in
imagine
the Middle?
this?
What is this? Okay, yep.
Yes, but delete 2 of the kids. Wait, no. Malcolm,
Delete?
delete 2 of the kids.
I don't remember
Leave
how
one
many kids
kid.
there are either. Just one?
There's
okay,
3, because the whole point is he's Malcolm in the middle, so there has to be one older and one younger.
But I swear that there was a 4th one introduced at some point.
I think there's 5.
Wow.
I think there's 5.
That's too many. They should stop. Bryan Cranston, what are you doing?
They had a lot of kids, yeah. Look, no wonder they couldn't afford orange juice. All right. So, you're a kid.
Oh.
You're that kid.
Oh, jeez.
In the dysfunctional house.
Oh, jeez.
Your parents are getting a divorce.
Oh, no.
It's the 2000s now. Like, people have rights. And your parents are getting divorced. It's not working out.
Oh my god.
What are you going to do? How do you cope with this?
Do I have an identical twin?
No.
Well, because I can't parent trap them.
No, you can't parent trap them in this case, unfortunately. No, because your parents are still together. They haven't divorced yet.
Oh, but they're going to.
But they're going to, yes. Because
the first thing I'm going to do is probably open my eyes.
Okay.
They're open. I'm looking around.
Mm-hmm.
What if I shut them?
Okay.
And then I dream that they're not getting divorced.
Well, that's essentially what happens in this fucking movie, Sandro, because we have a little reality warper. And here's the thing. There's a reason partners split, right? It's a bad relationship. They're not...
Oh, yeah.
If they're going to split, they're going to split because the relationship doesn't work. Obviously, that's going to have bad effects on the kid.
Sure.
But if you get a reality warping kid that forces them together, essentially you're trapping them in a bad relationship.
The thing is, like, we've watched a lot of movies where there's, like, divorce as a plot point, and a lot of the time it's like, they're getting divorced because there's miscommunication, and one of them thought that they like apples, and the husband
garbage.
hates apples.
That's garbage.
Like, that is so bad. This divorce in this movie, I'm like, this is kind of realistic, actually. They just are different people on different paths.
Yeah.
That's a very, and I'm like, Robert Rodriguez, you were teaching these kids lessons, and that's good. But aside from just pretend that they're still together, apart, and then it'll all be okay.
Yeah, that's the problem, Sandro, is because then it could be like, if you just dream hard enough as a 5-year-old kid, your parents will get back together, right?
Yeah.
And here's the problem. The kid isn't the problem, it's the relationship itself that's not working out. But because we've got a superpowered kid here, he's essentially brainwashing them and forcing them to get back together.
He is, absolutely.
Because of his superpowers. Now, Sandro, it's very clear in this movie, there's either two versions of this movie.
Yes, okay. We're immediately getting into the lore. This was my expectation with this episode was we're not going to go through the plot. Very similar to our robots episode. We're going lore, baby. Lore all the time.
I think it's more important that we get this over with, and then we can gloss over some of the plot later. Because I wanted to bring this. Because there's two versions of this movie.
Okay, yeah.
The one where it happened and the one where it didn't.
Well, if we go by the sequel, it all happened.
Exactly, which means one of these is canonically correct, which is the version where Max is a superhuman.
Yes.
A metahuman even, with omnipotent reality manipulating abilities.
Essentially, he can dream something and then it's real. But he is the daydreamer, so he can be awake and alter his reality by just thinking of things.
He's Blade?
Yes.
The Daywalker?
He is Blade. He's a white 10-year-old Blade. And he's like, I'm the daydreamer. Because, like, the thing is, he does wake up. Like, he's in dreamland for most of the movie. And then Sharkboy and Lavagirl are like, you gotta wake up. And so he wakes up. But then Mr. Electric's in the real world, and everyone else is reacting to him.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, sure, but is there another layer? Is he then going to wake up again? But he never wakes up again. And then there's like...
That we see.
But in the ending, he's like, and then I dreamed that Sharkboy and Lavagirl are off doing their own thing. They can't visit me anymore, but I can visit them. So are they in a different... Are they still in his dream? Are they in the... If they're still in his dream, then how are they in the sequel?
Brings up some questions.
So many questions. So many... What do you think is happening?
Okay, so at the end there, that's a good question. Because at the end there, he says, I think it's more that they don't visit him because he's an omnipotent being and just kind of shows up. He can, like, teleport, whereas they would have to travel.
Maybe.
It is kind of...
That makes sense.
Fucked up that he hasn't conjured the guy's dad for him yet, and that he's just letting... But maybe it's the whole point is that he wants to find his dad on his own.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think it's possible that they are in just another reality. And therefore it's, like, not actually possible for them to get there without Max specifically delivering. And I think that's a point from this film, is without Max, no one could travel around anywhere, right? Because we see at the start of the film, or, you know, partway through the film, they need Max to power the ship, right? To get to planet Drool.
That's true, yeah, the giant shark rocket ship, yeah.
I think to go between the like real world and the dream world, you need Max there.
Yeah, probably. Okay, sure.
Which is my interpretation of that last line of like, they don't visit me, but I visit them, is because to visit him, they would need him to visit him.
But are they not in the real world?
They could be, but they still might not be able to, like, traverse. They might not be able to leave, whatever. it's essentially, here's what I think, is because Max has seen them there and believes that they are there, they cannot leave there.
God, that's fucked up, dude.
They can only stay in the boundaries of what he has imagined them to be in.
Well, that's also a big plot point with Lavagirl, because her main character arc is that she doesn't have a backstory. And so she doesn't know who she is, where she's from, if she's a good person or a bad person. And he's like, I didn't get to that dream yet or whatever. He's like, I forgot, or I never dreamed you a backstory. Lol, sorry. And it's like...
yeah, I know what happened. He's a young boy and was like, man, I wish I had a hot, fiery, pink-haired GF, you know?
Yeah.
And then, bam, he thought up Lavagirl, you know, who's literally hot.
That's true. There is a line in that. And I'm like, these are all children. I'm uncomfortable with this joke.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But no, like, totally. And I think as well, that's fucked, though. That she then, like, confronts him, like, near the end of the movie and is like, why didn't you give me a backstory? And it's like, for real, if that's his power, if he can, like, create someone, but they're self-aware enough to be like, but who am I, though? Like, you know, he's creating dream AI, and it's weird, and I don't care for it.
Yeah. No, and it's great, because then he's like, just come up, you're actually light, though. So,
you're actually kind of great, and you're the best in the world.
Sandro, you think that's bad. I have something that might be worse.
What's worse?
Because we see these made-up characters that Max has made up, right?
Yeah.
And we go through the dream world and other things. But there's other things in this world that Max hasn't necessarily dreamed up, because there's other people from the real world that are here in his dream.
Yes.
Now, it's implied later on in the film that, and we see that when they go to sleep, they also go to the dream world, essentially, right?
Well, I mean, it depends who we're talking about, but yeah.
Exactly, right?
Because there's
I think
no.
Max, when he dreams about other people, is putting them in his dreams, right?
I think, so we have Mr. Electric, who's his teacher.
Yes.
That makes sense that he puts Mr. Electric in there, because he's all like, I hate creativity and you gotta learn maths.
Mr. Electric is an interesting exception.
Yeah, because the others are all like, okay, but who are they really, though? His parents are in there too, as the cookie giants, but that's just more of like a...
So there's two types of real-life person that's in this movie. There's the people that are just like copies of real-life people that he's made assemblies of, which are the Giants and Mr. Electric.
Yeah.
Who look like their real-life counterparts, but are not. Because they are kind of just caricatures. And then there's the other half, which is Linus.
Yep.
And the Ice Queen.
The childlike princess?
Yes, the childlike princess from the Never-Ending Story.
Never-Ending Story. I think...
Sorry, you're wrong, actually. That's not the childlike princess, that's Elsa.
Oh,
that was very clearly Elsa. Yeah.
I thought it was Alia Atreides. That's who I thought it was going to be.
The
kid.
So true. But the characters that are similes, they can do whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's the people who have the kids, essentially. And it's interesting that they're both kids. It might be that only kids can join him in the dream because they have enough imagination or something.
That might be it. That could be it.
But it affects their psyche in real life. What happens in the dream.
So I'll go through what I thought was happening with both those characters. So Linus is the bully at the school, and he takes Max's dream journal. And that's kind of like the MacGuffin of the movie, is he needs to get the dream journal back to unlock his powers or whatever. So, but because Linus has the dream journal, and he's reading it, and he's like scribbling in it, he's affecting the dreamland, but he also can go to the dreamland. So I think that is Neverending Story 3 rules, where Jack Black has the Neverending Story, and then can go to Fantasia because he has the book. He can go into main character's Fantasia.
I'll agree.
Because he has the book after the main character's been reading it. So I think that's what's going on with Linus. Because as soon as he comes out of the dream, he's nice?
Yes, and I think this is like a Necronomicon, sort of like, you read this book for its powers, but it's a trap. It's a curse.
Yeah.
You don't want to read this book because it's going to send you to the dreamland, and what happens in the dreamland can affect you in real life.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So he didn't realize what a powerful artifact he was scribbling on till he essentially got manipulated by Max in the dreamscape to become a different person.
Yeah, exactly. I think, though, with Ice Princess, who is Mr. Electric in real life, is her... she's the daughter of the teacher.
Yes.
Her character, though... because we see at the start, Max gives a presentation about Sharkboy and Lavagirl, and then the next day, she's come up with the Ice Princess character.
Yeah.
She's written it down in her dream journal or whatever. She's like, last night I dreamed about this character, and it's my superhero. Yes. And then in Max's dream, she is that character, but he doesn't know about the Ice Princess. He wouldn't have seen that drawing. That was only for us, the viewer, to see. I think because they're all asleep in the same vicinity, I think that's her dream. I think their dream crossing. Because once they come out of the dream, he has the necklace that she gave him in his dream, and she's like, how do you have the necklace, or whatever. But that implies that she doesn't know that he was... That implies that she doesn't remember their interaction in his dream.
Because she's a normal person who just had a dream, right?
So did he go into her dream world?
Yes.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, for real.
Yeah, this is why I was saying, you think Lavagirl's bad, right? Because he's inceptioning her, essentially, right?
Wow.
Where he goes in and is changing her, like, personality from the inside.
Yeah.
He's grabbing the thing and manipulating someone else in their dreams.
Mm.
And I think Linus, it could have worked the same. However, he had the book, which tied him directly to the main dream.
Yeah.
And I think Max can, one of his definite confirmed powers is visiting other people's dreams and manipulating them as well.
So do you think that Marissa is the character's name in real life? Do you think that she has Ice Princess powers outside of the dream? I don't remember if she shows that she does in the movie. She just kind of throws the necklace, and that freezes Mr. Electric.
No, yeah, that's right. No, it's because of the necklace that gives her the powers, right? She doesn't actually have powers up until that point. And I think, but she's the only one that can really wield these powers because that was the same in her dream. I think Max has the power to, like, make other people's dreams reality as well.
Yeah.
But she's sort of controlling that portion of that dream.
Wow.
Which is interesting.
What a fucking fun. Because, like, my thoughts was, like, the only way that this can tie into the sequel, We Can Be Heroes or whatever, is, like, there are other people out there, like the Ice Princess, who have these dream powers, and then they became superheroes because of the dream event. And the dream event was Max realizing his powers. That then made dream things come into the real world, and also gave random kids powers. Just randomly, across the globe.
I agree.
And then they grew up to be superheroes and have superpowered kids. And aliens
I agree.
came.
I was going to say that Max is the Nexus event, right?
Yeah.
He is essentially causing the mutant gene to develop because he is this omnipotent being. His dream infects reality.
Yeah.
And it starts to warp and change because of Max.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Now, slight side tangent from the Heroes one. In the Heroes one, there are aliens, which are, like, testing the kids.
Yeah.
To get them powers and stuff. I believe the theory is that in this movie, it's the same. That it's just aliens testing Max.
Oh.
And that, like, the teacher and the kids and stuff are, like, aliens testing him.
Okay.
Which I think is cool, but I wouldn't know because I haven't seen the other movies, so could be.
I don't remember.
Well, just wait until next week, Sandra. You might get a reminder. Well,
Maybe, who knows? We'll see what
knows?
happens. But yeah, I think in terms of lore stuff, that's mostly everything covered.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, because, like, Tobor comes to life at the end of the film as well. Like, they repair the toy version of him, but then he has the voice from the dream. Like, Max's powers are fucking ridiculous, man. This kid's overpowered.
He is, what's the Fantastic Four kid? What's his name?
Yeah, the kid version of them.
The Council of, what is it called?
Franklin Richards, that's his name.
Franklin Richards, yes. He's like a Franklin Richards.
He is,
He's just really OP.
Yeah, he is. Fucking Jack over here. Oh my god.
Yeah, for real.
Wow. All right. Well, in terms of plot moments to go through...
Yeah, let's jump through plot moments, because we have the start of the film, he gets bullied.
Yeah.
His teacher's kind of mid. The teacher has a good heart, but he's kind of a shitty teacher.
There's a lot of the parents... This is maybe an issue that I have with a lot of kids' films from this era, were like... Kind of the same with, like, The Neverending Story, but I actually don't mind it in Neverending Story, where it's like, you can't be creative, and it's like... Even, like, Max's mum is like, you gotta grow up one day. You can't be dreaming. You can't be dreaming about things because that's dumb.
That's
You gotta get a job and you gotta be an electrician or whatever. Fucking, who knows? But get a real job.
Yeah, which is, like, a dumb trope that, like, all parents are like, stop being a kid and be an adult as a 9-year-old, idiot.
Yeah.
Not all parents. At least... There's a couple of adults here, because the teacher's weird, because he is both the, like, you need to snap back into reality, you need to do something, as is also like, you're a bright kid. You're very creative. You should go out and make friends.
Yeah.
But also you should learn and pay attention and stop dreaming.
And stop talking to my daughter.
Yeah, right? Well, that one's fair, I think.
Yeah.
But also, his dad... is the opposite, where it's like, you should be creative. You should do all these things. Except for that one time where he told him not to build his robot toy, which apparently the kid remembers. And that felt to me like one of those things as an adult where you say something offhand, right?
Yeah.
And your kid remembers it, and you're like, oh shit, I need to be careful about what I say around my kid, because they just sometimes remember things.
That's right, yeah, exactly. There's plenty I can think of. I know you've mentioned some on the show before, like, there's heaps of that, yeah.
Did I mention that one time my dad made a sex joke?
Yeah, that's the exact one that you said. Maybe we cut it, I don't remember, but I
possibly
definitely know it.
That was very funny to me. It's like years later I realized my dad was making a sex joke when I was like 7 or something. And I didn't understand it till I was like, I didn't even think about it till I was like 22. And I went, hang on a minute, that was a sex joke.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty fun stuff.
Yeah.
There was one I had which was like, if you have, I don't fucking remember. It was something along the lines of like, if you have too many cats, all your hairs will fall out. It's like some like dumb shit like that, where it's like, if you eat too many potato chips, you'll float up into the air.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
it's something you're told as a kid and you just believe it till way too long into adulthood.
Yeah. Exactly. But you watch too much TV, your eyes will go square. No, they fucking won't. Shut up.
It never happened. Not one case. Not real.
No.
False.
Anyway, yeah, and then, so he has the dream, which is like, I don't want to go to school tomorrow because the bullies stole my dream journal. I really don't want to go to school.
That's fucked up, by the way. That was his, like, precious thing.
Yeah.
It's a really fucked up thing to do, is take someone else's... Like, he's pouring his heart and soul in this, and he loves it, and then this kid just takes it. I was like, this is actually kind of fucked up. You know what I mean?
Fucking Linus, man. But that kid's so good. He's so mean. The first scene where he's like, we were supposed to tell real stories. I was like, I knew kids like this. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's very scummy. I hated that the entire class, like, was throwing shit at him.
Yeah.
And the teacher wasn't really doing much.
Yeah.
I was like, that's really fucked up that the entire class is throwing shit at... Like, if I was a kid, and I was listening to these boring summer reports, it's like, I went to my friend's Darren house, and we played on the Nintendo for a month and a half. That was my entire summer. Like, I would give a shit. Suddenly this kid's up here like, I was fighting fucking electric wires with a boy with shark powers and a girl who could light things on fire. I'd be like, holy shit, this story's fucking amazing, dude.
Nah, exactly.
I'd be way more interested in that story.
I like, though, what happens after that? He goes back to school, there's the hurricane, Sharkboy and Lavagirl are like, we need you to come with us, come to the rocket. They go off to Planet Drool. They've got to save Planet Drool from the darkness, sorry.
Yeah, you're right. All right, we should go over each location.
Yes.
And just explain what's happening in each location, and I think that will cover the rest of the story.
Just quickly before each location, there's one thing in the whole dreams segment that I really liked because I think it paid attention to how dreams feel. At the start, Sharkboy is like, we have 45 minutes before Dream World or whatever is destroyed and no kid can dream ever again or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But then throughout, like, this portion of the film, which is about an hour long, it's like, suddenly they have 25 minutes left, but it's only been 5 minutes. But then it's like, the last, 10 minutes is, half an hour.
Yeah.
And, time makes no sense. And that's what it's like when you're fucking dreaming. The attention to detail is so good. We follow them in real time, so it doesn't make any sense that, the way that it times out doesn't work. It's great. It's really cool, attention to detail.
That's one of the ways I have lucid dreamed in real life. I don't, try to do it or do it on purpose. I don't dream that much nowadays, or at least if I do.
Yeah, you drink too much alcohol. Can't fucking dream when
so true. I should have more sugar because that will give me nightmares.
Oh, scary. Have some cheese dreams. They're fun. I like cheese dreams.
I have had cheese dreams, actually.
Actually, I've been sick recently. Antibiotic, cold and flu tablet dreams. No, I just can't fall asleep. For some reason, they don't work and they don't knock me out. It's fucking annoying.
Honestly, I had some of the worst nightmares as a kid on cold and flu medicine.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Because I also had, a super headache. I remember I had a throbbing headache dream where I couldn't get to sleep, and I was my head was throbbing. It was like a thump, thump, thump. And I had a dream where it was just this thumping sound, thump, thump, thump.
Wow.
It might have been the washing machine causing it or something. And all I imagined was, marching. And then I tried to find what the marching was, and it was a wall of windows with people, an infinite wall of windows with people marching. And I looked in the windows, and it was Grover from Sesame Street marching in an infinite hall of windows. And that was the dream, but the dream lasted, it lasted an hour or something. Yeah. Of me just staring at it because I think my head was throbbing all night. And that was the weirdest fucking dream I've ever had.
That's a weird one.
And I still remember it to this day.
That's a weird one. I've had some weird ones that I can still remember. I think a cold and flu tablet one that I had was
Quick question. When was the last time a display ad changed your mind? Now think about the last time a friend told you about something they loved. Different feeling, right? That's how podcast advertising works. A host who's built real trust with their audience talks about your brand in their own words, in their own voice. It doesn't interrupt the experience. It's part of it. With Acast, you can access the world's largest podcast marketplace. Choose the right shows, the right audiences, the right format. Then watch the data tell you it worked. You're not buying impressions. You're buying influence. Learn more by visiting acast.com/advertise.
Green aliens came out of my floor and started to harass me, but they looked like the aliens from Toy Story, but mean. That was a weird one. I remember that one pretty well. Yeah.
Have I ever told you about my reoccurring nightmare that I used to have before I defeated it? It was a nightmare, and it's the only proper nightmare I've had, I think, where I was being chased by a tiger.
Oh, a tiger! I thought you were going to say spider for a second, but a tiger.
No. It was weird because it wasn't a fear of I'm scared of this thing. It was more this is a primal it was a very practical dream of I can't fight a tiger. I'm 10. I just can't. It wasn't like I'm scared of you because you're a scary tiger. It's more like, oh shit, that's a tiger. I need to fucking book it, man. I'm 10.
Okay.
I can't fight a tiger. Okay. But I'm on a skyscraper.
Oh my god, you're Rock in the movie Skyscraper. What are you going to do?
And that's where the primal fear was, because I was up at the top of a skyscraper. Now, this skyscraper being taller than all the other ones.
Wow.
And it's a flat surface at the top of the skyscraper. It's completely flat concrete, right? But then there's like a pavilion in the middle, which is just like 4 archways with walls, right?
Yeah.
And so I can run around the pavilion. I can juke the tiger around.
You were looping the killer.
I was looping the killer in my dreams, but the killer was just a tiger.
Wow, okay.
And my choice was get mauled by a tiger or fall to my death off a skyscraper.
Yeah, wow. What a dream.
But here's the thing. I had that recurring nightmare a couple of times, and eventually I figured out I could just end the nightmare if I immediately jumped off the building. Right? Because I'd jump off the building, I would get immediately terrified because I'm falling to my death, and I would wake up instantly.
Wow, that is lucid dreaming, basically. So, yeah, okay.
Yes, so then once I, because I had the dream enough, I would recognize what was happening in the dream, and I would immediately be like, oh, this dream again. Well, I'm just going to jump off. Wow. See you later, tiger. Whee!
Wow.
And then I stopped having the dream. Because the dream, I guess, was like, well, I give up. Can't terrify this kid anymore. He's figured it out.
Fuck the dream. That's great. That is, wow. What?
So there you go. That's my dream story.
I never really had nightmares like that. I had, like, the one recurring anxiety dream for a couple years was a blank wall, right? A blank wall. And then it slowly got filled up with graffiti.
Oh.
Until it was just too busy. And I was like, oh, it's because I had ADHD and I was thinking of, like, it was just like a lot of noise as a kid.
Yeah.
But I had that all the time. Whenever I couldn't sleep, it was like, I'm dreaming of a wall. Oh, no, not again. Oh, 2 hours. It just gets slowly filled up. Yeah. So, no tiger. I did one stream. I was hanging out with the cast of High Five, though, as a kid. That was pretty fun.
Yo! I was talking about High Five the other day! Whoa! That's crazy!
Sharkboy and Lavagirl has unlocked everything.
Here's the thing, right? Because I was playing Slay the Spire 2.
What the fuck is this connection? Okay, yep.
And there's a card called, like, High Five. Because there's a hand character. Yeah. And it's to deal damage, right? And every time I played that card, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, High Five.
Yeah, that High Five is, for anyone who's not Australian, High Five is like fucking, so we have the Wiggles. And High Five is a version of the Wiggles that's like, it's like a early 2000s pop band version of the Wiggles. I don't know how to describe it.
It's weird. It is a fever dream, much like the Wiggles. Both fever dreams.
They're very fever dreamy. Anyway, let's get back to the movie. Speaking of fever dreams. He's in Dreamland. Yeah, we'll go through all of the
Yeah, let's go through
scenes.
all the places now.
So first, they get taken to Mr. Electric's lair after saving some kids on a roller coaster, and they got to fight a bunch of power cables.
There's a theme park where the whole idea is it's like he's having a dream, so there's a nice fun theme park, but the theme park has been twisted because it's trapping all the kids. It's not letting them stop having fun to like power the fucking Dreamland or whatever.
Are these real kids?
Or no.
Or are these his dream kids, though? That's what I want to know.
Oh, no, it's right. The kids can't be allowed to sleep because then they would dream and they might be able to affect the reality.
Yeah.
So they're being forced to roller coaster. I think these are real kids. My theory would be
that's my theory as well. Yeah.
They are real kids being trapped here against their will, and some of them, their like parents are like, holy shit, my kid won't wake up.
Kid won't.
What the fuck? You know?
It's a reverse Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah.
Yeah, right? But this is the scene where it had like they freed some kids and then rode the roller coaster, which of course led them to Mr. Electric's lair.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was some very dream logic of course, the next step is we're going this way.
Yeah.
So we follow, and of course, the track leads right to where we need to go. A lot of this, the like, movement in this movie is, like, very convenient.
Yes.
And I think that's because it's a dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Each thing leads into the next thing, which is a very dream thing. And that was the first example of it.
And it's always like, by the way, Max, how about your powers? And he's like, what powers? And it's like, you know, that's like a dream thing as well. It's like just random lore that's never been mentioned before. Just keeps getting dropped constantly. And that's all good. But yeah, they go to Mr. Electric. He's got electric, like, power cables that they have to fight, which honestly, the fight for that is pretty cool. Sharkboy fights them throughout the movie, and a lot of the time it's just Taylor Lautner kind of like wailing at nothing, and then they've animated the power cables to align with his attacks. I thought that was fairly well done. They do, like, on purpose though, make him like not actually hit them, but they still get hit. It, like, doesn't align, and it feels on purpose. It kind of feels like he's just wailing and then stuff is dying around him. It's kind of, like, weird and dreamy. It's cool.
It's like in a dream where you try and, like, fight someone or run really quickly.
Yeah.
And it's like your like, movement and other things doesn't feel right. You, like, feel very weak for no reason. I think that's the same. I like how, like, Sharkboy, he has these, like, claws and fangs. Same with Lavagirl. She has her lava powers, and most of their fighting is just doing kung fu.
Yeah, that's great.
Which was very funny to me.
Also, their suits looked like shit, and I love it. Their suits are like that, like, early to, like, pre-Iron Man superhero outfits, which they look kind of bad and plasticky, and I miss it. I'm so sick of modern day MCU, like, superhero outfits where they're like, Jesus is made with tech and it's all very fancy. I'm like, no, just give me a guy in fucking spandex.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all, like, it's funny because it's practical with layers of effects, which is really funny because the way that Lavagirl, like, dies later on in the film is they just turn off the CGI effects on her, so you just see her raw suit. And it's like, she's now dead because of this. And it's like, well, now we just see her crappy suit then.
That was pretty funny.
That's funny.
They go to the Dream Graveyard, where they come across Tobor, which is a robot that he was trying to build with his dad. And Tobor's like, you got to go, you got to dream, Max, but you can't dream here because your dream will be evil. You've got to dream in a good place, like the land of milk and cookies, Max. And to get there, you got to go on the train of thought, Max.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, if you're gonna try and dream, I feel like the land of milk and cookies is the best place to dream.
Definitely,
It does seem like a pretty good place to dream. So honestly, I think the robot's great. I love the logic of it's like, well, how do we get to the thought train? Well, I could take you there, but I can't move. And it's like, your eyes and mouth can move. Of course, let's all hop on those, because of course they can fly.
They can
and
fly
they'll
around.
fly us over. It's like, that is some dream logic
It
there.
is.
That is some crazy dream logic.
I love as well when they jump off of him and go into the train of thought. He's like, thank you, Max, I'm free. It's like, okay.
That character is having a great time.
He is.
Yeah.
So fun.
I think it's because he's been taken out of the land of lost dreams.
Yeah.
And we see in real life that he makes them again. And it might have been, if he hadn't physically taken him out of that area, he wouldn't have gone back to it.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's like, that action made him decide to rebuild him.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. I love Thought Train. I think I've crashed the Thought Train in real life many a time. I think my Thought Train doesn't have an actual stop point. It just leads straight into the Cookie Mountain, and it just crashes every time. And there's just like a pile of trains that are left over there.
I agree with this. I think that is pretty good and accurate to you and me and everyone listening as well. That's right, Dave. You too.
Whoa! Someone named Dave just got really freaked out there.
They go to the land of milk and cookies, and I like how it's all CGI, aside from a puddle of chocolate and a marshmallow on a cookie, on a floating cookie raft.
It was funny because I think Lavagirl must have stepped on the chocolate, right?
Yeah, which melted it. Yeah,
which melted it, and then Sharkboy steps in it. Now it is a dream.
I wrote this down. What you're about to say, yes,
but he did step in it. Put his dirty boots that he's been walking around in.
Yep.
He's swimming in the ocean, full of salt and other crap. They were walking in real life. We saw them in real life walking on the grass, going on the lawns.
Yep.
Like, he just stepped in his chocolate. What's the first thing they do? They shovel it into their gobs.
Yummy, let's eat the chocolate that he stepped in.
Yep. You get this footy, shitty chocolate. There was probably actual dog shit on his shoes, and he just rubbed it into that chocolate, and they're like,
Number 3.
Get that into my gob.
Foot fungus chocolate. The last thing you
chocolate.
want in your,
in your melted chocolate chip cookie is some foot fungus, but that is what you might
That's
get.
what you get in the land of... I love the logic as well of, like, you dreamt up all these giant cookies. Who did you dream to eat the giant cookies? And then that's the...
I mean, it makes sense.
Giants.
Someone's got to eat them.
Yep. They're in there. He eventually falls asleep, and he dreams up the banana split raft, which is pretty funny.
Not before dreaming up a sick fucking jet ski.
Oh, the shark boy
jet ski.
Yeah.
The reason you don't mention it is because it's on screen for a tiny bit, but he forgot to imagine fuel in it, so it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it has chocolate
and I'm
in
like,
it.
who imagines a vehicle and doesn't imagine that it's like full to the brim?
I'm like, this... So when he dreams
That's the
up
most
something...
unrealistic part of this entire film.
Well, like, that's the whole thing, is I'm like, yes, he dreamed up Lavagirl, for example, and he's like, she doesn't have a backstory. So the whole time she's
That
like,
makes sense.
whenever I touch something, it's destroyed. Am I good? Am I evil? What's my backstory? But does he have to dream up her heart and her brain so that she can have a heart and think and breathe? Like, what's...
If I imagine someone else, I imagine that they have some sort of internal organs which allow them to function.
But if you dream up a car, then surely you dream that it can just drive.
Yes, exactly. So he would have had to specifically imagine something that needed refueling. Something that was on empty, which is crazy, Max. What the fuck are you doing, Max? You fucking idiot. Your friends are dying right now. They're being attacked by evil snake minions and electric puns. Think of a vehicle with fucking fuel in it. You psycho.
He's so fucking stupid. Anyway, the banana split boat, row your boat gently down the stream of consciousness is a great line because they go down the stream of consciousness. I do like the name of everything. It's like the passage of time, the train of thought, the stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
All fun.
Oh, yeah. All very, like, dreamy and all that sort of thing.
He dreams that he has to get the crystal heart from the ice princess.
Yes. Which Lavagirl is like, I hate the ice princess. And they're like, why? She's like, I don't know. I haven't met them, but they're cold and I'm hot, so I must hate them. And I'm like, that's a fair logic. That's a fair dream logic right there. That makes sense.
I never liked this part as a kid, though, where they have to cross an ice bridge, and Lavagirl is too hot to cross the ice bridge.
Makes sense.
So she's got to sleepwalk across the ice bridge so that her lava powers don't get activated. Because when she's sleeping, she's, like, on, like, low temperature, I guess. But she starts to sleepwalk, but then she goes to sneeze.
Uh-huh.
So Sharkboy has to stop her from sleep sneezing, but she does it anyway, and then that wakes her up, and then they just run across the bridge. I was always like, this feels like a weird side quest that honestly feels unnecessary. This whole part, I'm like, I
feel like Lavagirl struggles with the cold. Could have been done better, but I feel like they were necessary in this film because it is Lavagirl, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the whole, like, she's in a cold environment. I do feel like it could have been done a little better. I agree. I think her trying to sleepwalk, I think it would have been better if they were like, you go to sleep and we'll try and carry you or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that
would have made
way
more
better.
sense, right?
Anyway, they're in the ice castle, but they get captured by Mr. Electric, and then they get put into a bird cage, and there's the Lalas. Those fucking Lalas, man, they're horrifying.
They suck.
Little smiling bubbles.
Absolutely. They are fucked up, and I'm with Sharkboy.
Yep.
That's some fucked up shit.
I love how he's always like, well, they hurt my very highly trained hearing. Just keep saying shit like that.
That brings me up to a point, actually. Actually, Sandra, that brings me up. Can I rewind to the start of the movie?
Oh, Sharkboy's origin story.
Sharkboy's origin story, because I want to talk about this just for 1 second, actually.
Sure.
Because you mentioned shark super hearing.
Yes.
Sharks have pretty regular hearing.
Yeah, but yeah.
Sharks usually rely on more other senses, like
totally. Smell.
The Lauren's eye of Wazazzini or whatever they're called. It's their electrical sense. They can sense electricity waves in the water, allowing them to see where other creatures are. But they also have good vision and more importantly, smell. They can smell really well in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Very famously. Because we see his backstory is he's a marine biologist's son, and they're studying great white sharks. Now, these sharks, I don't know about you, Sandra, but I have some problems with them. One, they kind of act like dogs. Sharks are not dogs.
We'll help you. That's my impression of them.
Sharks, they don't. Great white sharks don't swim in packs.
Ah, true. True.
They are very much lone sharks. In fact, great white sharks tend to eat their siblings. Specifically, in a great white shark's womb, they will usually have like a litter in their like womb, and the baby shark, like the biggest one, will eat the other ones.
Now, Zach, yes, you are correct, and yes, it's unrealistic that he starts to get trained by the sharks and grows.
And sharks don't
skills.
talk.
That's the part you don't like.
Yeah, sharks don't fucking talk. What the fuck is going on?
This has been dreamed up by a 10-year-old. Actually, maybe 10. At 10 years old, I was watching documentaries. I was watching the Discovery Channel. I was watching Shark Week. I was watching Mythbusters. I actually think 10 years old is a little old to be dreaming up Sharkboy's origin story like this. Maybe he was younger, though, when he had the dream. I don't know. That would make more sense. This makes more sense for a 6-year-old's dream.
Yeah, and I think this is maybe the original origin story was written up when he was 6, and he put it in the dream journal, right?
Yeah.
And so now that's just the canon lore. Yeah, he gets gills, which makes sense. They do have to keep swimming, which was accurate at least.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Great white sharks and a lot of other sharks use like forced ventilation. Which is where they have to swim in the water to push water over their lungs, their gills, to get oxygen. They have to breathe in the water, which they do by swimming forward and pushing the water over their things. So if they stop moving, they will suffocate.
Yep.
So that is one thing that this movie got correct. But yeah, everything else was a bit hairy.
I don't know, man. I think it was pretty scaly. They don't have scales.
They don't have scales. You knew that.
You
knew that, Sandro.
It was pretty
Come on, what is their skin?
Smooth.
What is their skin, Sandro?
I don't know, man. Shark leather.
It's teeth.
Oh, yeah, it is. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Shark have like keratin or whatever. It's all little teeth, and they point in one direction so that they're very smooth through the water.
That's right.
So there you
I
go.
forgot about that. Anyway, they escape.
Anyway, this has been Shark Facts.
Shark Facts with Zach. Bow. We'll return next week, maybe.
Oh,
depending on what movie we're doing.
I have an idea. Anyway,
they escape the birdcage and then they go back to the ice castle. They get the ice castle. We get a great line where I think it's Linus catches up with them. No, I think it's a Sharkboy line because the Ice Princess is like, "You must choose." She does like a Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. She's like, there is 7 ice crystal hearts, and you must pick the right one. And Max is like, I know the right one is around your neck because I saw it in a dream. And Sharkboy's like, oh man, usually when you snooze, you lose. But with Max, if you snooze, you win.
You win.
I fucking love that line. So good.
It was a very cheesy line. It was very like the movie paused to let him utter out this line before continuing. It was very funny. I'm like, this would be funny and interesting if it weren't for the fact that Max is the one that came up with everything here. So the fact that there's like a puzzle where it's like you must pick the right one. Unlike Indiana Jones, which is like he's using his skills as an archaeologist to be like, all right, Jesus was a carpenter, right? And he was poor, so it's probably this shitty looking wooden mug, right? No, it's just like, oh, no, I know where the answer is. It's there, lol.
It's there. I already saw it.
I made this up, you know? Yeah.
Sharkboy gets knocked out by electric eels. Lavagirl saves him in the water. But then she dies.
I love that the reoccurring weakness of Sharkboy is electric eels. For no
that's pretty
reason.
Good.
It makes sense that Mr. Electric has electric eels.
Yeah.
It's just weird that Sharkboy's specific weakness is electric eels.
No, yeah, definitely. Very fun.
And it's weird that Lavagirl doesn't have a specific, like, electric-related weakness. It's just like...
Just water.
Yeah, she could get cold.
Yeah, exactly. So Sharkboy throws her into a volcano to awaken her, and Max is like, I remember your backstory! And, like, this is when, like, he learns his lesson. It's the big character lesson, where to unlock his powers, he had to realize that he is actually a very selfish dreamer. He's a selfish dreamer, and he has to dream not just for himself. He's going to dream for everyone's backstory. And I'm like, what fucking real life lesson does this movie have for kids if the lessons don't be a selfish dreamer?
Well, I think it's don't be selfish, full stop.
Well, maybe, but like, if I'm taking it just on paper, the lesson is dream backstories.
I actually think there's a different lesson he learned here, and it's not the one he said. That's what he said, but I think there's actually a way different...
What's the other lesson? What's the actual lesson?
The actual lesson is he realizes he could just make anything the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, true. Creativity. Everyone's so creative.
Yeah, he could just... He's like, Lavagirl, the concept of light. And she's like, buh. And he's like, oh, I could just make up whatever the fuck I want. Oh, I could just do whatever. I think this is like in the dream where you start lucid dreaming. He just had a moment where he figured out he was dreaming, and he's like, oh, I can just lucid dream.
Lucid dream. Oh. Do whatever I want. And then he has like a dream fight with Linus, which is honestly one of my favorite. Yeah. It's the part from Sandman where he has like the battle of the minds with Lucifer, except it's fucking cooler because Linus is like, dream of piranhas. And then Max is like, well, I dream of bubbles because bubbles kills piranhas, obviously.
Obviously.
So fucking good. And then it's like brain freeze. And finally, brain fart. The brains do a big fart, and then his head gets big.
That sucks.
But anyway, then they become friends or whatever, and Mr. Electric's like, friends? I won't be friends with a dreamer. For every good dreamer, there's a guy who dreams up the atom bomb. I'm gonna go kill all the kids who are dreaming. And I was like, holy shit, this went from 1 to 10, like, so quickly. He brought Oppenheimer into this? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. Well, that's what you do when you put an adult in the situation.
Well, true.
Here. The kids, they resolved everything, but then the adult's like, nah, actually, I want money and power.
I want a nuke.
You. I'm gonna kill people. And so he goes to real Earth to try and, I think, kill Max, because then if Max is dead, he can't, like, manipulate reality to stop him.
But if Max is dead, he dies. If Max is dead, no one can dream ever again.
No, I disagree. I think whatever Max has dreamt up to that point is then set in stone and is reality.
That is fucking dark, dude. This kid is unchecked. We need to lock this kid up, man. We need to give him pills so he never sleeps ever again, because this fucking kid is too powerful.
So
he is Legion.
You want to Legion him.
He is basically Legion.
That's what I'm saying, son. That's what I'm saying. You literally just did. You justified the entirety of the fucking X-Men, Sentinel program. Yeah. You just went, we need to make some robots to kill this kid.
I'm like, Legion is, slightly less powerful than this because he has multiple personalities, schizophrenia. He's got, all of the mental health issues. So he is, kind of got a cap on his powers a little bit. He's got to overcome a few things before he gets fully powerful.
He is limited by his personalities. I wouldn't say he's less powerful, but he cannot reach the same level of power because he is inhibited by himself. Yeah. Max had one moment where both of his friends didn't die, and he was like, "Oh, I can change reality
do whatever I want."
And it's like, hold on a second. This guy is kind of God now,
Max
right?
is Legion without the childhood trauma, basically.
Exactly.
It is unstoppable. Unstoppable dream man.
Do you know what that makes him? He's kind of a Homelander, if you think about it.
He's a Homelander. Oh my god, he's Homelander for real.
We haven't seen the breaking point yet of this kid, right? But this kid's gonna accidentally kill someone, right? He's absolutely gonna accidentally kill someone, and that's gonna make him spiral.
Well,
and then he's gonna conjure fake copies of the person.
Oh yeah, put him in the real world,
and they're gonna live out his lives. But then he's gonna have a moment there's gonna be a crisis where people are like, "Hang on a second, this person isn't the person I knew," because they don't remember anything. Yeah. And then it's like, holy shit. You accidentally, but Max has repressed all the memories, so he doesn't even realize that he killed people on accident, and that he conjured copies of them, and then he has an existential crisis, and then he becomes the villain, and then he kills everyone.
Exactly. Well, that was my big, one of my main thoughts watching the sequel, We Can Be Heroes, is I'm like, where's Max? Yep. I think what happened is the government were like, this fucking kid's too powerful, man, and they probably killed him. So that's why he's not in any of the sequels. The sequel.
Or if they were DC/Marvel smart, they drugged him up and locked him in a chamber so that they can use him as a weapon the future.
That's true, yeah. That's very true. Anyway, they save the day. His parents are gonna get killed, but they get saved by Sharkboy and Lavagirl, and everything we talked about at the start of the episode happens.
Yeah. And now they're not getting a divorce anymore because they realize, well, it is a traumatic situation, which does can bring people together.
Sure.
It's still not. I still think their relationship's gonna be bad unless Max manipulates them.
I think he already has. I think he already has. Honestly.
Well, no. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna be back and lovey-dovey together, right?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be good for another 2 years. But then all the issues that originally happened to make them want to break up are going to happen again, and Max is gonna have to fix it again. That's right. And he's gonna have to keep doing that. Because they're not compatible, and he's essentially just forcing them to be together.
I will say, though, really good character development at the end. The whole time, Linus has been going as minus, because he keeps getting minus at his schoolwork. But at the end, he becomes Mr. Positive. And I'm like, so good. The bully has been redeemed. Linus will no longer be sent to the principal's office and expelled, because he is Mr. Positive now. What a great actor. Yes.
Does that mean his last name was Drozative or something? Linus Drozative?
If he's
so he was Mr. Minus before, but now he's Mr. Positive.
That's a good joke, Zach. That's good.
Also, the teacher's name is Electric Dad, right?
Electricidad, yeah.
Electricidad. Who names their kid Electricidad? What the fuck? I want to have his parents were hippies. His parents were hippies, and that's the only way you name your child something like that. Surely, right?
Yeah, maybe.
That is a fucked up thing to call your kid. One, he's not a dad yet.
Not yet.
That doesn't make any sense.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you. Like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Do you keep hearing podcast ads, like this one, for example, but always wonder how you actually get involved with them for your own brand or organization? Well, it's easier than you think. We're Acast, and we give you the platform to do it all yourself. Browse thousands of popular podcasts, choose the shows that match your perfect audience, set your budget, and launch. And if you want a hand, our podcast specialists are there to help you launch with confidence. This is podcast advertising without barriers. Get started at acast.com/advertise.
Sandro.
Sorry, I was dreaming. You woke me up.
Yeah, wakey, wakey.
Hands off Snakey.
Because this is the important time. Wakey, wakey, hands off Snakey.
Razorback.
Well, that's right. It was for Razorback.
That's from the best podcast episode ever. I want to rewatch Razorback. What a
That's
banger.
probably the best quote of any movie we've ever watched.
Wakey, wakey, hands off
Wakey,
Snakey.
wakey, hands off Snakey. Oh my god, it's so good. All right. It's time for Ranking Review Rumble.
Pew!
It's part of the show where I get reviews from some amount of review sites.
Ooh.
And I pick some from each site. It could be one from each. It could be 4 from one. It could be 27 from Letterboxd.
Okay.
Because it's probably the best one.
Yep.
Could be a lot of them. But one of them could also be mine. Or even more than one, potentially.
Man. One could be mine, and I don't know it.
Yeah.
I haven't written it yet.
Didn't I do that? No, I did that with Rob.
Yeah.
I picked some of Rob's reviews and put them on as things.
I wonder if we'll ever do a movie that I've already reviewed on Letterboxd, and then you could take my review and then say it back to... Probably, at some point. That'd be hilarious.
Crazy. That'd be crazy. I've never thought of that before.
Wow.
That'd be crazy. All right. So, Sandro.
Yeah.
I have 4 reviews, which is a little light this week.
Okay.
Because a couple of them are a bit long.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I wanted to include them.
All right.
So I was like, all right, I'll cut down a bit. But these are the potential options.
All right.
All right. You've got Common Sense Media,
Classic.
Rotten Tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
Letterboxd,
Yep.
IMDb,
Oh, boy.
Metacritic,
The worst one.
and me.
Ooh, the best one. Okay.
The best one? We'll see. We'll see, Sanjay.
Oh, boy. Also, you've started to use Letterboxd again, so I hope your review gets published on Letterboxd after we record
I forgot to do that. Yeah, I should do that.
Good.
I was like, man, I should do more Letterboxd stuff because Letterboxd is fun.
It is pretty fun. You're on there all the time now, so you may as well.
I've already given up.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yes, I'm going to tell you a review. You have to guess the score and which website it was from.
All right.
If you guess the correct website, you get a point. If you get the score right, you don't get a point, but you can feel better about yourself.
Okay.
All right, Sandra. The first review is by Big Eel. Now, I'd like to clarify that this isn't a Big Eel. This is Big Eel, the corporation.
Oh, Big Eel. Yep.
Yeah, Big Eel stonks were pretty high in this film.
They were indeed.
All right. Close your eyes, shut your mouth, dream a dream, and get us out. Dream, 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 dream.
Oh, banger.
Hit the hay, fast asleep, dream a dream, you little bleep. Dream, 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 dream.
Oh, my favorite song of all time.
Just relax,
Oh, it's
lay
still going.
about, or my fist will put you out. Dream, 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 dream.
So violent.
Take your time, but beware, there is darkness in the air. Dream, 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 dream.
The best song ever written
Don't
for a movie.
despair,
Oh,
step
my
right
God.
up, glass of water, here's a cup. Dream, dream, dream. That would make me need a pee, honestly,
no,
if
it
someone
would.
said that. I'm about to fall asleep and then suddenly I need a pee. That's going to wake me straight up. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's the song. It's the dream song. I love the dream song. So good.
Yeah, the dream song was an absolute banger. But Sandro, where's the dream song? Who's making the dream song? What site is it from? And what did they rate it?
Go to sleep, you little bleep. What swear word is it meant to be? It's meant to be shit.
Little shit.
But that doesn't
Yeah.
rhyme, though. Because the word rhymes
Fast
with bleep.
asleep.
So it has to be bleep.
You little creep.
Oh, it could be creep. But why would you bleep out creep? I mean, it is rated
I think it.
G, so...
Yeah, I think it's little bleep. because bleep rhymed with the sleep, but also bleep is funny because it sounds like, he's gonna swear.
I'm gonna say it's a quote from a movie. Quote from a movie is usually letterboxed. If someone can't come up with a review, I've noticed this a few times, they just do a quote from the movie. But I also think it could be Rotten Tomatoes. This is really hard to guess. I think either way...
I'll tell you, they also do it on Rotten Tomatoes as well.
Yeah.
Because people are very uncreative.
I think because it's the song, the meme song, I'll say letterboxed, and I'm going to say it's 5 out of 5, obviously.
You are correct! Woo! On both accounts! Bang, bang! Very good, very good. Yeah, I just wanted to put... Because they wrote down the whole song, I was like, perfect. I can just sing the song.
Just sing the song.
I have an excuse to sing it.
Oh, so good.
Good stuff. Well done, Sandra.
Thank you.
But will you be able to guess the next one, which is by Dream Battler 69?
The fuck? That's my name when I'm in the Dream Warriors in Elm Street.
Oh, I forgot to clarify that I came up with all these names because I didn't want to give you any clues.
Yeah, that's who they
because
are.
Dream Bladder 69 says, I really like this movie.
I should guess Rotten Tomatoes. I should guess any of the others, but I am going to guess you because that's fucking hilarious if it's your review. And I'm going to say it's a 5 out of 5 again.
It is 5 out of 5, but it is Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, yeah, should have been more.
It's a classic Rotten Tomatoes.
But
I was like, this is so Rotten Tomatoes that Sandra will think it's something else.
I thought it was you. I was like, it's so Rotten Tomatoes, it has to be you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. The next review is by Mr. Reviewer.
Mr. Reviewer.
Mr. Reviewer says, very good movie, but very inappropriate. Lavagirl appears to be pretty female. Sharkboy is very handsome man, and there is a small hint of romance in the film. My 6-year-old watched this and couldn't sleep for a year.
What?
Words like fart and no were used in this movie. They made my child say the word fart at school. He got a 8-year suspension.
Okay.
The violence is over the top with people getting punched and falling. The villain, Linus, who turns into Minus, gives a very bad message. My kid made a dream journal after watching this film and unleashed his nightmares on his 3-year-old sister. She left home after that and has not returned.
What the fuck?
And Sharkboy drinks water containing alcohol many, many times.
What? What? Who? How? Sharkboy drinks alcohol in the movie? What an incredible... There's so much to unpack, and I've forgotten all of it, because that Sharkboy drinking alcohol line really... I mean, obviously, it's common sense media.
Yeah.
It has to be, because if you don't know, that's the site where parents go, review the movie, but most of them, nowadays, are just trolls, because that site's dead. No one uses it legitimately.
Well, look, I will say, there is always a lot of, like, genuine reviews on them, but there's always like one troll review, and it's very funny to read, so I've been picking them a lot because they're very funny.
They are good.
You are of course correct. What did they rate this?
I hope, well, because it's common sense media, they have to have given it like a 1, because it's like rated on like, is it appropriate?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's a 1, but I think the person who wrote the review would probably give it a 5 out of 5.
Well, they did give it a 5 out of 5.
No!
But they gave it an 18+ rating.
That's hilarious.
And the reason why they say Sharkboy drinks alcohol is because alcohol is one of the tags you can add onto the movie. It's like, has alcohol, right?
Yeah.
And so they put, like, you know, sexual references, alcohol, like, you know, they just put all the worst ones in, and they said it was an 18+ movie.
Do you think that a kid did that, or do you think that a pretty hilarious 20-year-old did that?
A pretty hilarious... I think this was like a pretty dumb 25-year-old did this.
Oh, dear. All right, last review.
All right. The last review is by Omega Level Child, who says, I need the dental that all these actors had.
For real, the teeth were looking not bad. Very American, like, straight teeth. Aside from Taylor Lautner's fucking shark teeth, they gross me out. I don't care for them. They're too gummy. I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, they are shark teeth, so
Well,
that makes sense,
true.
right? But it's like shark teeth on a human face doesn't work.
No.
It is very uncanny.
I also swear that at some point Max was missing a tooth for like one scene.
The kid probably had a tooth, like, lost a tooth mid-filming.
Probably.
And then they had to put in a new one for later scenes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
They just put a fake tooth in.
I'm going to say it could be you. You are a very
That's true.
teeth person, just because you've had a lot of teeth stuff.
What? What the fuck does that
Always
supposed to mean?
going to the dentist.
Oh, yeah. I'm always going to... I'm looking at people's teeth.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's some chompers right there, you know?
I mean, I do that as well. So I'm going to definitely say it's probably you, or it's me. It could be my review from the future, but I think it's you. And I think you'd give this a 4.5.
Ooh, I actually gave this a 4 out of 5, because
Oh.
this was my review. Well done.
How about that? There we
You
go.
got that right. Yeah, I couldn't resist putting my own little review in there. And I knew if I left it last, you would be like, well, you haven't put a review yet, so it's got to be yours.
Yeah, exactly. Has to be yours. Anyway, that's the episode.
I stand by it. They had great... I was just looking at them like, these Hollywood actors, the like, kids have better teeth than adults.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm like, that ain't happening.
Nepo baby teeth. What is this? Nepo teeth. That's what I gotta say. Nepotism. Anyway, if you
It's
want
Hollywood.
more quality jokes like that, thank you for listening to Oldie but Goodie and keep listening. You get more jokes. If you want to keep having a listen to the show, you can follow us on the apps, the Spotify and the iTunes. It's not iTunes anymore. Apple Podcasts or the fucking Tune In. I don't know if that's still around. We're on like all of them. We're also on YouTube. Subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment if you want. We'll read it out, maybe, if it's not mean. Where's the movie, etc. People want us to upload the movie. We don't. We upload podcasts. Fuck you, I guess. If you've got money lying around, you want to help us out, go to patreon.com/oldiebuttagoodiepod, get ad-free early episodes, get bonus episodes. Our review of The New Mutants is out now, which is our final episode in the X-Men series we've been doing over there for about a year and a half. We finally finished all the X-Men movies, with the most recent one being The New Mutants. Should people go check that episode out? I think they should.
Yeah. That was a fun episode to record. Perhaps there was different ones from watching the movies and TV shows, you know, but you know, you'll have to listen to the episode to find out.
You probably also heard our opinions in the promo that you heard earlier in the episode as well. But
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows? Anyway,
Who knows?
But for the next segment, one other thing, quickly, before we move on to what movie we're doing next, if you want to vote for the movies we're doing, patreon.com/oldiebuttagoodiepod. Just sign up for free. You don't have to pay anything, and you can vote in the polls that determine what movies we do from Zach's picks and then my picks next month.
It's legitimately something you can affect that will affect the podcast we are doing. If you want to listen to a specific movie, they are out there, and you could just, you know, jump on a poll.
That's right.
know?
Just jump on a poll. Also, if you have any movie recommendations, just put them in the comments on Patreon. If you put them on YouTube, I probably won't read them. But if you put them on Patreon, we'll definitely see them. So check that out. But Zach, you put up 2 movies on the Patreon. What were the 2 options that people could choose from for your second monthly pick?
So for my second monthly pick, so not this month.
No.
This was the first month.
Yep.
And the first month
This
had...
is, the first week. I said monthly.
No, I'm gonna do 4 months of my movies.
God damn
over.
it.
No,
Does that mean we're on
first
break
week,
for 3 weeks again?
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah. Easy.
So the options that we had going from this was, of course, Spy Kids 2.
Oh.
Yes, which was directed by the same director.
Robert Rodriguez.
And is one of my personal all-time favorite movies that have ever existed. Which I was shocked to learn that we hadn't done yet.
Well, we reviewed Spy Kids quite a few years ago. I don't even remember the episode number for that, but we did review Spy Kids ages ago. Episode 100,
which is good.
Something, so
as we should have.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that we haven't done 2 because that was my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
And the other option was a bonus battle.
Oh, okay.
So I put The Meg.
Oh, okay. Sharks.
As one of the... Yeah. Because Sharks, obviously.
Oh, James Station, back on the podcast?
Absolutely not. Versus Lavantula.
What?
Lavantula. It is a sort of B movie, like a bit like Sharknado, if you will. The sort of mockumentary, sort of horror movie about a giant tarantula that spews lava everywhere.
Oh, it isn't just inspired by Sharknado. It directly crosses over with Sharknado. That's truly it.
Oh, yes.
Why the fuck is the whole cast people from Police Academy?
Yeah. Well, essentially, it was a bonus battle, but the connection's weird to that one because it's the connection is Sharkboy and Lavagirl.
Oh, so shark and then lava.
Yes.
Ah, okay. I like that.
But the half of the connection goes to one of the bonus battle movies, and the other half of the connection goes to the other.
That's very different to what I did for my bonus battle, which was the same connection for both movies. But I think you can do whatever when you're doing a bonus battle.
I know. It's a weird split one. It's a bit weird. All right, Sandra. But the votes are in.
Oh.
And we know what's dropping in.
Dropping in. Where are we dropping, boys?
We're dropping in from the ceiling.
Oh.
From a wire hanging down with our gizmos and gadgets.
Oh.
Because we are going to a sequel to one of the greatest films of all time. To possibly the best film ever made in cinema. It's Spy Kids 2.
Yes! Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams!
I had McDonald's toys of this. I had other toys of this.
I think I had I
didn't mention it in the episode, but I had like Lava Girl and Sharkboy toys as a kid as well.
Yeah.
I had both their vehicles.
Oh, right.
I remember having.
Like from Macca's or like their own sort of toys?
I don't know where these toys came from, but I remember it's like, because there was a shark vehicle and a lava motorbike, and I remember owning both of those. Maybe they were Hot Wheels.
Maybe they were
Hot
Wheels. I am very excited that this won because I've just had a look. Episode 169, we reviewed Spy Kids. Episode 350-something, Spy Kids 2. It's about time. I might even rewatch the first one, Zach. That's how excited I am.
Oh, that'd be good. Watching the first one. I'm not going to watch the first one because I don't need to, because it's all right up in here. I remember every detail, mostly about the thumbs because they haunt my dreams.
Scary. They are scary. Man, I remember the sequel being so fucking good. Like, just everything about it is so good, man. So
I'm not gonna lie, it was probably one of my favorite movies like ever. And just the like weird creatures, and it was kind of like Dinosaur Island as well. You know, it's like it was all my favorite things. It was great.
Hell yeah. All right. Next week, Spy Kids 2. Go check out our review of Spy Kids 1 in the meantime, I guess, if you haven't heard it. It's from quite a while ago, so go check it out, I guess, if you want to. Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams, Steve Buscemi. Oh, so good.
And yeah, the connection, obviously. Can you guess it, Sandra?
Is it kids?
No, but it could be, couldn't it?
Is it dreams? Because it's the Island of Lost Dreams.
No, but I could have done that.
What's the connection?
I just went with a simpler one that I haven't used a lot, you know, and it's something that you've used a lot.
Oh. But if I've used it, then you can't use it because I've already used it.
No, because it's not the same, but it's the same type. I'm going with the director.
You are doing it to me.
Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, wait. No, you've knocked him out of the park. That means I can't do fucking Dusk Till Dawn or fucking...
Well, you can. You're just going to have to get a little creative, Sandro.
That's actually a really big connection to knock out because he's fucking so good.
Yeah. But, like, I wanted to, you know, use it. Yeah. Pay homage.
Wow. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, next week, Spy Kids 2. The Island of Lost Dream, mate.
Yeah. Man, We really need to shock the audience at the end here. I don't know what we're going to do to finish this episode, Sandro. We need something that could potentially hurt their ears to listen to.
Oh, hurts them.
But Killer, what are we going to do at the end of the podcast?
That's it. We're done. Wrap it up. I don't know how that... whatever.
Sandro's short-circuiting right now.
That's a good movie. Also starring the Police Academy cast.
Anyway. True.
Negative. Positive. Fuck, I don't know, man. Send it.